Yeah. Hey, back it out west, slang it out west, go metallic knife.
Yo, what is up, guys? We are back for the last part of the top 100 free agents for the NFL. We have 76 to 100, and this will finish off my prediction video for free agents. And if there's more free agents that come to be with people either opting out of deals or getting released, I will also try and cover those. So first today we have Derek Wolfe, defensive end for the Denver Broncos. I have him going to the Tennessee Titans, and that's who I think. Next we have Randall Cobb, wide receiver for Dallas Cowboys. I feel like he's going to go reunite back with the Green Bay Packers since they need receivers, and I feel like he would work. Next, we got Emmanuel Ogbah, defensive end for Kansas City. I think he will either resign with the Kansas City Chiefs or he will go over to the New York Jets. Next, we got Breshad Perriman, wide receiver for Tampa Bay. I have him going back to Tampa Bay. He had a very solid season, and I feel like he will go back to the Bay. Next, we got Jabal Sheard, defensive end for the Colts. I have him going to Atlanta to join up with the Falcons. Next, we have Demaryius Thomas, wide receiver for the New York Jets. I have him going to Jacksonville and joining the Jaguars. Next, we got Tremon Williams, my bad, cornerback for the Green Bay Packers. He is getting up there in age. He either is going to sign with the Texans or he is going to retire. Next, we got Andrew Billings, defensive tackle for Cincinnati Bengals. He's very young defensive tackle, and I feel like he will resign with Cincy since they are rebuilding, and he'll be a very good rebuilding block. Next, I have Quentin Jefferson, defensive tackle for Seattle. I have him going to Minnesota, and he will be joining the Minnesota Vikings. Next, we have Michael Pierce, defensive tackle for Baltimore. He will resign with the Baltimore Ravens to keep their defense alive. Shaq Lawson, defensive end for Buffalo. I have him leaving Buffalo and joining the Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs. Next, we have Carl Joseph, who played for the Raiders this year. He will also resign with the Raiders. Malik Collins, defensive tackle for Dallas. He is going to be leaving Dallas and be joining the Pittsburgh Steelers. Michael Bennett, defensive end for Dallas. Now, this took me a while. I don't know who is going to pick up Michael Bennett. I don't know if he's even going to get picked up. He's been not very good the last few years, ever since he left Seattle. I have him, if he signs with somebody, I have him signing with the Detroit Lions. Next, we got Alexander, quarterback from Minnesota. I have him going to Atlanta with the Falcons. They also need some cornerback help, and I feel like he will go to Atlanta. Next, we got Ronald Darby, cornerback for Philly. He is not going to return to Philly, especially with them going after bigger free agents for cornerbacks. I have him going to the Carolina Panthers. Next, we have Eli Apple, who he was a top 10 pick a few years ago and has not been anything what everybody thought. New Orleans Saints don't even want him. He lost his job practically this season. I have him going to the Las Vegas Raiders. Next, we got Ted Karras, center for New England. It's New England. The centers are going to go right back to New England. He resigns with the New England Patriots. Next, we have Vic Beasley, defensive end for Atlanta. Atlanta said they are not going to resign him and they're going to let him walk. So that means he's going to go to the Seattle Seahawks, who need pass rushers, and just people to pressure the quarterback. So he's gonna resign, or he's gonna win to sign with the Seahawks. Next, we got Kevin Johnson, cornerback for Buffalo. I have him going over to the Houston Texans and signing with them. Next, we got Tyler Eifert, tight end for Cincy. I don't think he's going to go back to Cincy, especially with their rebuild. I think he's going to find somewhere new. And I think he's going to go to the New England Patriots, who really have a need at that tight end position. Next, we got Danny Trevathan, inside linebacker for Chicago Bears. He will be joining the Los Angeles Chargers. Next, we got Carlos Hyde, running back for Houston. I think he might either resign with Houston or he is going to go over to the Miami Dolphins. Next, we got Devin Funchess, wide receiver for Indiana. I have him staying with the Colts. And last on this list, we have Nelson Aguilar, wide receiver for Philly. And I'm going to have him going to the Baltimore Ravens, who need more wide receivers. And I feel like he would work. So thank you guys for watching my top 100 free agents who I think they're going to sign with. I put a lot of work into this, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you later.